Well, good morning and rise and shine, and welcome to Live at 6:05. I am Dr. Amy Nussbaum. Welcome to this Friday edition. As we get started this morning, have you ever caught yourself thinking, I could never do that, or that's just not who I am? Maybe it's about starting a new career, or stepping into leadership at work, or even at church, or even building healthier habits. Those thoughts sound like truth in the moment, but oftentimes they are what we call limiting beliefs. And they're invisible barriers we've built in our minds that keep us from stepping fully into our purpose. A limiting belief is a simple story that we tell ourselves over and over, and we tell ourselves what's possible, we tell ourselves what's impossible, for us personally. Some things might be good for other people, but that's just not going to work for us. Sometimes they come from past failures, sometimes from words that other people have said, maybe parents or a trusted adult that, from our childhood. Or maybe just something someone has said randomly over us. And sometimes these thoughts just come from fears that are within us that maybe we just don't even realize are there. They often sound like, I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough time, I'm too old for that, I'm too young for that. That kind of success is for other people, not for me. But here's the truth: these beliefs are not facts, they are filters. And if we don't change them, if we don't change the way you think, they will keep you stuck in doubt and in hesitation from really stepping into the purpose that you were created for. In Romans 12:2, Paul says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. This means that change begins not with circumstances, but with our thoughts, the way we think about ourselves, the way we talk to ourselves. God calls us to walk in faith, not in fear. He doesn't label us as not enough. He calls us chosen, He calls us equipped, and He calls us loved. Every time we let a limiting belief drive us, we're agreeing with a lie instead of the truth that God has spoken over us. So, how do we overcome unlimiting, or how do we overcome limiting beliefs? Here are three simple things to consider that you can start practicing even today. One is identify the belief, write it down. What is it that you think is true? Don't let it swirl around in your head. When you write it down, we can just let it go and release it, get it out on paper. The I'm not qualified, the I always mess things up, name it, write it down. And then number two, challenge the belief. Ask yourself, is this a fact, or is this just a fear that I hold? What evidence do I have that this is even true? Often you'll realize it's based on one bad experience or just someone else's opinion, and it's really not true at all. And then you want to replace that belief, that false belief, with truth. Create a new declaration. Instead of saying, I'm not qualified, speak, I am growing and learning every day, and God equips me for the work He calls me to. Instead of, I don't have time, say, I have time for what truly matters, and I will figure it out. Everything is figure outable. When you speak truth consistently, your mindset begins to shift. We retrain our brain on our beliefs. So, limiting beliefs, unfortunately, they don't disappear overnight. But when you recognize them, when you challenge them, and then replace them with truth, you break the power that they have. So, here's your action step today: take 5 minutes, write down one belief that's been holding you back, and then rewrite it into a declaration rooted in truth. Put it somewhere that you will see it often. Maybe put it on the lock screen of your phone. And if you're ready to go deeper, to not just notice the pattern, but to truly break through them and step boldly into your purpose, that's what I help people do in my coaching. Reach out to me and we can walk that journey together. So thanks for joining me today at 6:05. I am excited to have a 3-day weekend. So I will be seeing you next on Tuesday. But until then, remember, you are made for more. So go light up this